Retirees are getting crushed by debt. Oof, you heard it here first. They're getting crushed by debt. More proof that you just can't retire. You got to keep digging those ditches. Keep digging those ditches because you're going to get crushed by debt in retirement. Oh, man, sorry. All these years of telling people they can retire, it's all for naught. Well, why? Why did I think, why? I am sorry. My man, Dougie B. Fresh sent this to me from the Federal Reserve Bank in New York, Dateline August 2023, household debt and credit. And it all went up in flames. All my hopes and dreams for you have gone up in flames. Man, what was I thinking? Another year older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, because I can't go. I sold my soul to the company stole. Let's check this out. It's depressing. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? Let's see. Can I make it bigger? Yeah, this might be too big. All right, 1 second. I'm going to make it. There we go. All right. Aggregate debt balances increased by $16 billion in the second quarter of 2023. And now stand at $17 trillion and have increased by $2.9 trillion since the end of 2019, which is before the pandemic. Aggregate delinquency rates were roughly flat for the second quarter of 2023 and remain low. Wait, what? Aggregate delinquency were roughly flat in the second quarter of 2023 and remain low, after declining sharply through the beginning of the pandemic. As of June, 2.7% of outstanding debt was in some kind of delinquency, which was 2 percentage points lower than the last quarter of 2019 before the pandemic. What? Wait a second. Just want to make sure I'm reading this right. Aggregate household debt balances increased by $16 billion and now stand at $17 trillion, which are up $2.9 trillion since the end of 2019. Yet, as of June, all of 2.7% of debt was in 2.7% of debt was in some kind of delinquency, which is 2 percentage points lower than it was before the COVID nonsense. Early delinquency transition rates for mortgages edged up by 0.1%, but well below its pre-pandemic levels. Interesting. Housing debt. About 39,000 individuals had new foreclosure notations on their credit report, a very small increase from the first quarter. New foreclosures have stayed very low since the CARES Act moratorium was lifted, since they could start putting you back through foreclosure. Now we'll talk about retirees here specifically in just a second. Federal student loan payments remain suspended until October, and missed payments on federal student loans will not be reported to credit bureaus until Q4 2024. Because these policies, less than 1% of aggregate student loan debt was reported delinquent or in default, and will remain low until at least 2024 Q4. So student loans could be an issue, but that's not for retirees. So let's keep going. I want to show you something here. We're going to look at the charts by age. So we're going to come down here to right here, 20. We're going to go down to page 20. How do I? Where's it? Oh, right there. Hold on a second. Total debt balance by age. And you're going to see we got the old people right here. And whatever that color is, almost like a New Orleans Saints yellow kind of thing, mustard yellow, and very old people over 70. Aggregate debt balances by age, all right? And you can see the youngins down here, the whatever that is, 30, 39. They're starting to get midstream in the careers. This is me, your old buddy Josh. No, that's not me. I'm up here, 50 to 59. It's almost like we start without little debt. We add to the debt right here. Our biggest debt is right here, 40, 49. As we get to 50 to 59, like me, your debt starts declining and starts getting smaller and smaller as you age. That's kind of weird. Debt, let me make this a little bit smaller. Hold on a second. There we go. Debt shit. So you can see right here. Look at that. So if $17 trillion in debt, those who are over the age of 60 have about, about 3 trillion of that or so. And about 4 trillion of the $17 trillion of debt. Interesting. Which is, here we were in 2003, we had $7 trillion in debt. Here we are in 2023, 20 years later, we have $17 trillion of debt. So what's the, I got my calculator. Let's see what the change in that. We had, oops, man, look at my thumb, man. I'm not giving you the middle finger, but look at that. That's from me dropping a 45-pound plate on my finger when I was racking my weights the other day. What a knucklehead. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take, what was that again? It was about 7 trillion is our present value. We got 20 years our end. We got 17 trillion as our future value. We don't make any payments. The debt has increased by 4.5% a year since 2003. Just out of curiosity, let's go over here. Curiosity, let's do a VTI since 2003 to 2023. That's 20 years, and see what did we put in? 10,000 bucks. What's that worth today? Without adding anything to it, by the way. We'll just see here. So VTI has grown by what? 10.52%, which is more than double the amount of debt. And that's without adding anything to it either. Wow. Wow. That's, I'm just curious. What does her house value increase by? Well, let's go check. I'm just curious. My face back here. There we go. Median home in 2003 was worth, what does that say, 160, 186. Median home now is worth 416. All right, so let's take a gander, shall we? So we're going to go 186. Boink. What did we just say? Was it 416? What did we say it was? 416. Future value, compute I. That's a point gone up by 4.1%. So just the equity. Just spilled water on myself. I'm always doing that, man. Oh, knucklehead. I'm gonna go clean that up. Just cleaned up after myself, because if I don't, I'll be in trouble. I'll be banished to the basement. But I'm already in the basement. Ooh, where would she banish me next? All right, let's keep going. All right, so we've had our home price has appreciated by 4.1%. This is median sales prices of houses sold in the United States. All right, so our house prices have appreciated by basically the equivalent of the debt rate. All right, that has appreciated by 4.5. But our investments have appreciated by more than twice that. Pretty good. And on top of that, you're also paying down your debt. You know, that's what a mortgage is. You're paying part of your principal, which is paying down your debt as well. All right, let's keep going here. So we got total debt balances. Debt share by product type by age. What? 70 years and older. Credit card. What? Credit card. So here's our mortgage. Here's our home equity line. Here's our student loan. Here's our other. And credit cards down here. And right there. Huh. Interesting. So the credit card picks up a little bit. Auto loans shrink a lot. You can see auto loans shrink. That's pretty interesting. Debt share by product type and by age. But remember, mortgage is the #1 debt by far. By far. We got, what's that, about 18% to about 90%. So about 70% of people aged 70 or older, the debt that they have is a mortgage. But remember the video I did yesterday. 80% of homeowners who are that age have no mortgage. They're paid outstanding. Their balance is done. Is paid up. So debt percentage, debt share by product type, that right there is a null and void for 80% of homeowners. And same with this thing, home equity line. Let's keep going. Auto loan originations by age. And it's kind of hard to see, but you can see again, here's 60 and 70. Not very many auto loan originations by age. Look at that. The biggest is down here. Mortgage originations by age. Hardly any right here. Again, we are in the gray and the yellow, so those kind of top colors. Hardly any mortgage originations by age as we get older. Transition to serious delinquency by age. Here's the old people. There's gray and this yellow way down here. 1% of old people are transitioning into serious delinquency 90 days over on their credits, on their balance of whatever they owe. 1%. That's weird. And here we were in 2009, 6% roughly. Yeah, 6% for the people. No, that's less than 5% for people 60 to 69. That's 70 right there. 6% for people 70 plus has gone steadily down since. So have older people getting crushed by debt? Of course not. Transition to serious delinquency for mortgage. What? Oh. Transition of serious delinquency in auto loans by age. What? 2%? 1%? Transition of serious delinquency of credit cards by age. What? 3 and 4%? I guess that's about 3. Yeah, probably about 4. Of course, student loans, that's a non-starter because we're old people anyway. New foreclosures by age. What? New bankruptcies by age. Again, we're looking at these places right here, these colors right there. Oops, let me do that. And there's hardly any bankruptcies by age relative to younger people. And we can go by state here too. But so where again is the evidence that retirees are getting crushed by debt and running out of money? If retirees were running out of money, wouldn't they be taking on debt? The answer is they're not. If the retirees are running out of money, wouldn't they be bankruptcy? The answer is they're not. So where's this evidence? There isn't any, my friends. And this is from the Federal Reserve Board of New York. It's so freaking stupid. I get so sick of this. I get so sick of it. It's so stupid. The evidence isn't there. Some guy emailed me, good guy. He goes, I don't know if I got, let's see, he emailed me back, but he said something about like comparing this to like flat earth. I said, there's more evidence for flat earth than there is for retirees running out of money. I don't know if, I can't remember what he said to me, but basically, and he was agreeing with me. Hold on a second. This is a response to my email that I sent out, retirees going bankrupt. He goes, yes, Josh, as I said to many people, today's generation confuses an opinion with a factual statement. They seem to think the two are the same. Some folks could say the world is flat. It's their opinion, but no factual information to back that up. I see the same thing with some YouTubers who give their opinion on financial matters without any evidence to back it up. Example, he talks about the guy in Florida who says everybody should take Social Security at 62. And I said, and I told him, I said, let's see if I can find what I said here. I said, I agree with you, except there is evidence that the world is flat, more so than retirees run out of money. You can see too far for the standard 8 inches per mile squared, which is the typical equation used to measure the curvature. And before you say, you can't use that, you can use it, it's fine. And you can't see the curve from an airplane either. Does that mean the world is flat? No, it doesn't mean the world is flat. It just means the models that we've been told can't hold up to water. They can't. The Earth could be hugely round. It could be gigantic, lot more so than we can see. We don't know because we can't go to the South Pole. But the evidence is out there, unlike that the world is flat, unlike the retirement planning fear mongers. Now, again, that doesn't mean there aren't people running out of money. Doesn't mean that. Just means the evidence that the massive people are not going to be able to retire and they're running out of money. It's just not there. There is no evidence. There's more evidence for a flat Earth than there is for this massive wave of retirees running out of money. It's so stupid, man. No, love your thoughts. How dare you talk about flat Earth? Look, dude, it's fun to think about. Once you start questioning stuff, you're like, man, I'm open for anything. I'm open for any idea. It's great. Why would you just discount like anything? It doesn't make sense. I mean, you could do whatever you want. I don't care. After COVID, dude, you should be open for anything, man. Anything. Like the oil running out. Maybe the world regenerates the oil. You ever thought about that? The world redoes it almost like your blood. It's just doing like that. A couple of people, prominent people have said that. It's very interesting. The last to think about. I wouldn't waste too much time on that, Frank. I mean, if you enjoy it, by all means. But you can still really start going down these things, and it's enjoyable. And then you find yourself almost addicted to this, and just got to pull yourself up and get back on track because you can waste a lot of time in the conspiracy theory stuff. And I just say don't do that. It's fun to think about, but don't go too deep because then it's time consuming, and you don't want to be one of those guys. Now, love your thoughts. We'll see you